welcome to another episode of Sexit. You know, the podcast about sex and shit. I am your host, Vamp, and alongside with me.
Hi, I'm Z. How y'all doing?
So, apparently Z wrote a blog today or yesterday or last
Someday.
week.
Y'all don't need to see it. But I was thinking, because I recently broke up with someone, and in my head, it was my first relationship, so in my head I was like, I want to be a hoe for a little bit. But the question I have is, what is a hoe in 2017? Like, I know what a hoe was back in the day, but what is a hoe? What do you classify as a hoe these days? Because I don't really know. Like, is a hoe sleeping around with a lot of people? But that's not really hoe. That's kind of like, you know, her sexual choice, her freedoms.
Well, see, now you said her. And
or his.
No, but that's the point. Growing up, we hear in high school, middle school, every time we heard hoe, it was always referred to a girl. Yeah, and then all the guys were high-fiving each other and shit because they were quote-unquote players and shit like that.
Now, I know a hoe when I see a hoe. Male or female.
Well, what's a hoe to you then?
I know, okay, I can tell, okay, my brother.
Your brother's a hoe?
My brother was. He's
a reform hoe.
He's a reform hoe, but he was a hoe, like a big hoe, not a little hoe, but a big hoe. So he was telling me this story, right? That was like, so he was living with this girl, or a couple of girls at the same time.
Yep.
And so it was like,
getting it.
One girl go to work, he go visit the other girl. That girl go to work, the third shift girl. Like,
goddamn.
And then he was a hoe because he had like 9 people pregnant at the same time.
Jeez. Okay, that's called wear a condom.
Or 6 people pregnant.
That's
at
how
the
you
same
get
time.
STIs.
What else numbers?
That's how you get
but
STIs.
He was a hoe. So I know how he clarified. That's an out of bounds hoe. But what is like a small hoe? Like, can you be a small hoe? Like, when I was thinking about being a hoe, because there was a serious conversation I was having with myself. Because I wanted to.
You even tried it out tonight.
I did. And I found out it wasn't for me. But I tried it. Like, you can try. You can dibble and dabble. But, like, what is, like, in my head, a hoe? When I say I'm going to be a hoe, it's like, talk to different people. But that's not being a hoe. Because that's called dating, first of all, because I'm not in a relationship, so I can talk to people I want. Facts.
Or you can be polyamorous and talk to as many people as you want.
I don't need to put a label on it. I just want to...
You just want to... There you go.
It's called dating. I call that dating.
Okay. Well, same difference, I suppose.
So, therefore, that's not a hoe. Sleeping with people, different people, that's not a hoe, because I'm not in a relationship. It can be a hoe if they're, like, friends or, like...
So, okay, so wait, what? So they're sleeping with people related? We talking about incest now?
No, I'm talking if they're, like, if I'm sleeping with somebody, 2 people that's, like, related or friends, that can be hoish behavior. So, I don't know. Like, I don't know what I was thinking about what a hoe is. I don't know if I knew that, what a hoe was. It does have a negative connotation to it.
For women.
For women, sure.
You never hear a guy being called a hoe. Until recently, that hasn't been such a statement. I hear quite a few people being called hoes, but it's always in a joking manner. But if you hear that girl's a hoe, like someone gossiping, it's always negative and it's always a shake.
But most of the times, dude only call a girl a hoe because he couldn't get none from her, so she a hoe. But because she won't give him no pussy. But that's really what it really most likely came down to. Like, she a hoe, she fucked my friend, but she didn't fuck you, so how she a hoe? She fucked your friend, so that's not hoe. But you know,
at that point, they're already lying about saying like, oh, she fucked me and my friend, because they feeling some type of way and they salty.
Or they didn't fuck them, or they
no,
said
that's
my
why I'm
homeboy
fucking
and my other homeboy, so she didn't fuck you.
Oh, yeah, I see what you meant.
She didn't
yeah,
fuck
that
you.
Too. But I have heard people who didn't sleep with the shake and be like, oh, she slept with me and my best friend. That's bullshit. Like, nah.
But most likely, she slept with your homeboy, so quit acting shocked like you didn't know that shit.
No,
he
I'm
probably
like
told you that she was bombing bad, and he was like, let me see if I can get with her. And you did.
Or didn't.
Or didn't.
Well, I was saying, like, never mind.
Go ahead.
I was saying, like, guys that are calling people hoes are either mad because they didn't get any. So most like I 50-50 here, where they're like, oh, she slept with me and then dude, even though she didn't, so she can get that reputation of being a hoe.
But also, girls call other girls hoes all the time too. Like, it's just not guys who call girls hoes. Other girls call girls hoes a lot.
I had a friend in high school, and she would say these things, like these outlandishly inappropriate things.
As I do we.
As we well, yeah, like as we do. But she would stop. Like I would laugh and shake my head, like, girl. She would look at me like, Vamp, you knew I was a hoe before you became my friend. And this was like her catchphrase, at least to me. I don't know if she ever said it to anybody else, but it was always, girl, you knew I was a hoe before you became friends.
Right.
Stop fucking around. I'm like,
right, but people can say whatever they want to say and not be that thing.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
But, girls judge girls if they dress a certain way or look a certain way or have a lot of guy friends. Like, oh, I can't have a lot of guy friends, or I must be a hoe. Guys want to hang out with me. I must be sleeping with everybody. People.
Oh, I know.
People like,
oh yeah,
why she hanging out?
Must be not right because not.
I'm sorry, not me myself.
Yeah.
But
well, I have a decent amount of guy friends, and that I don't feel like me myself personally. I don't feel hoish when someone's looking in and like, oh, she must be all these guys. Like, no,
sucking dick.
Well, I like making the sound effects.
Right.
The show needs them.
Yeah, because when I was younger, most of the people I hung out with dudes, because most of the family I hung out with was dudes. So it was there was like the dude friends, right? So it's like, of course, like, I have to be a hoe if they want to hang out with me. Like, what is your issue? Why we can't be friends?
Yeah, and it's sometimes it's one of the guys that you're hanging out with, they have a crush on.
It could be the case.
Or they just jealous that there ain't nobody else who's trying to kick it with them. I'm not too sure.
It could be the case where somebody has a crush on somebody and they're just hanging out. But so what? Doesn't mean I'm a hoe because he like me. That had nothing to do with me. He like me. I don't like him. That's different. That's a different thing.
Mm-hmm. No, I hear.
You know what I'm saying?
Excuse me. I hear you.
So
some people are childish like that. It goes back in the 90s. There was a lot of shows where there was a woman character portrayed as a hoe on there, and
what shows?
In the 90s, there was some show. Girl, I can't remember. But I remember seeing shows.
I really don't know what you're talking about. That's
where if you see a pimp or something, and he was, oh, that's my hoe and shit like that, and it's always.
But that's his hoe. I don't understand. Oh, you saying
that you never see a guy, someone pointing to a guy like that's my hoe, you know?
Yeah, a girl not gonna say that.
No, I'm saying another. It doesn't matter if the pimp's a girl or a guy.
Okay, I need you to.
What I'm saying is, you never see in movies or television shows a male hoe, you know, like where he's a prostitute. I haven't. What show have you been watching?
It was on the show. It was on this TNT show. It was a crime show. I forgot. It was this little teen hoe. He's a prostitute. He was a male prostitute. I see.
Was he called a hoe?
He was a teen prostitute.
Was he called a hoe though?
He called himself a hoe plenty of times.
Did someone else call him a hoe?
I don't know. He was a teen. I didn't remember. I don't remember him.
Were you a teen too?
Yeah, I'm talking about he was a teen in the show, and he witnessed a murder or something, and it was like he was a prostitute, and
he was a prostitute.
He was a prostitute. So prostitutes are what? Hoes. I don't know.
See, now you're just.
I don't think they can say that on TV show. They can be like that hoes.
Okay, on TNT and stuff, they're saying ass and shit. So
ass is way different than hoes.
And
plus he was portraying a teenage boy. They don't even call him a teenage boy or a teenage girl.
I have seen Law and Order has had people call teenage girls. I'm saying for teenage girls, Law and Order have been calling teenage girls hoes for the longest. Oh, that's my hoe. You blah 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 blah.
I don't remember that.
Well, I watched it every season, so I thoroughly.
Like, I watched Law and Order. Which one did you watch?
Criminal Intent.
No, I didn't watch that one.
See?
That one sucked to me.
Oh. understand stable.
Criminal, I ain't watched that one. But hoes. I don't know. I think a hoe in 2000 or a prostitute hoes. I don't care. It depends on. I think a hoe back in the day was. Well, I classify a hoe back in the day as like streetwalkers.
Well, okay, let's go back. We're going back to the day. So I think before we were in middle school or high school, excuse me, Jesus, a hoe was like you said, a prostitute. And then by the time we got to middle school and high school, a hoe became the girl that was sleeping with, quote unquote, sleeping with everybody. Mm-hmm. And now we're at this age where we're like, what is a hoe?
I don't know what a hoe is.
Because like a prostitute, I respect the thing, You
okay,
gotta do what you gotta do.
Like, but I think, okay, for me, a hoe was a streetwalker. Uh-huh. Now, a prostitute or they're called escorts. I like that word better than prostitutes or whores.
I didn't call them a whore. I'm just saying what they're doing.
And what are they doing?
I don't know. Whatever you pay them for. Whatever you pay them for. And I feel like it's just a change of services. Like, you go to get your back massage and you gotta pay them. They're not hoes, because some of those massages end with happier endings.
But those places do get shut down because it's a sexual.
Yeah, I know. It was a joke. Jesus. Don't ruin my thunder. All right?
I didn't get it, so I didn't know what to say. But for me, a hoe back in the day was streetwalkers. But now we got computers and shit. Now they escorts.
And, because you can put ads on Craigslist and
other stuff.
Yeah, I know.
But no, cam girls are not whores. Because they don't touch nobody.
Unless they are touching someone.
Themselves, no.
There are a few that have their partners come in for.
But they're their boyfriends.
Yeah, well, I don't know. That's not always their boyfriends.
But they're not always.
Well,
they're not getting paid.
I don't know. I don't watch many of these.
I don't watch cam girl stuff either. But but I know about this stuff. I don't know podcasts and stuff, other podcasts. But cam girls. They're just, have a webcam, and people just typing in shit they want them to do, and they paying for it. So therefore, it's like they're not
prostitutes.
They're not prostitutes.
Well, don't you pay a prostitute to do something oddly sexual for you?
That's escorts. They call escorts now.
Excuse me. So they're
online. And sometimes
escorts.
It's not sexual. Sometimes they're just dating. See, that's where it's technical. Escorts is the date.
So then what are we calling them?
Escorts is girls that escort you to.
You going up to North Avenue, they're still night walkers.
Exactly.
So
they're whores. I don't know. They're hoes.
How are they hoes when they're just what? They
got
to pay bills too.
I think hoes to me in my book, and when I think about it, I think hoes to me in my book is like low class hoes. Like low, like
the lower, the cheaper escort.
They're like I guess the bottom of the totem pole people, like the ones that
I don't know. I don't think
that don't like that. Like,
I don't think there's any such thing as a quote unquote hoe anymore, because so many people.
Yes, it is.
So many people though are more fluid with their sexuality, and a lot of, especially our generation, has gone out and just fucking up a storm, So it's like,
just because you fucking up a storm doesn't mean you can't. Like, it's freeing. It's more acceptable.
I feel like it's just.
But you can still be a hoe now.
No,
you can still be a hoe.
I
think you still can be a hoe, especially if you fucking siblings or.
Oh my god, every time you say siblings, I'm like, dude, you need to stop fucking your sibling. Because
like if you fucking brothers.
No, I figured out what you meant. I'm like, dude, you need to stop fucking your siblings. If you're fucking your brother, like, what?
Like, if you fucking brothers, you a hoe to me. If you fucking your boyfriend's best friend, you a hoe. Like, that's hoe behavior to me. I don't care what nobody say about that bullshit.
But what if
don't be a hoe?
What if that's their dynamic, though, where they can fuck whoever they want to as long as they talk about it? So that's not being hoish right there.
If it's the dynamic, but if it's not dynamic, if you cheated, and if you fucking somebody's brother, Their brother, you a hoe. I'm sorry, I don't even care. I don't care what nobody says. You being a straight up hoe, a dirty hoe, first of all.
Oh my god.
A dirty, trifling, stupid hoe.
Did somebody hurt you recently that
No,
you're going in like this? You're going in a little hard, aren't you?
No, I watch a lot of Maury and shit.
You watching a lot of... This is what fueled this blog? Maury and Jerry? Maury and Jerry flew...
Like, cause some people be doing some dirty shit. I watched this one Murray show about this stupid ass hoe. Like, she was like, she had a nice, good boyfriend. He paid bills, he helped her out, all that. The bitch had 3 abortions.
Shit.
In the time of the fucking relationship they was in. Uh-huh. He didn't know about the abortions. Uh-huh. Didn't know the bitch was pregnant and was fucking his friend. And she got the abortions because she didn't know who the fucking baby daddy is. She a hoe. I don't care. She a hoe. Like, she a hoe. Like, that's hoe behavior. Like, first of all, why you still fucking somebody? Not using protection. You already got pregnant once.
So yeah, if you're gonna sleep around, at least use protection. That's the main thing.
But the other thing is, how you gonna have 3 abortions, dude? Like, you didn't learn from the first one? The second one. And then she came on the show talking about she might be pregnant again. Bitch, you nasty and you a hoe.
Calm down. I understand. You're really passionate.
Hoe.
That's really passionate about
but
this.
It's like, I think it depends. A hoe.
I feel like do what you're gonna do, but as long as it doesn't hurt anybody. If you got that dynamic where you're talking to each other and you're letting them know, like, well, I'm going out with Susie and I might not be home tonight. Okay, sweetie, blah blah blah.
Like, I'm okay with what's that keyword? Polyamory.
Polyamory.
She said it for me. That I'm okay with that. If y'all have understanding, if y'all in an open relationship, y'all got a communication, like, you can do this, you can do this, y'all set rules or y'all don't set rules, cool. But if you don't and you just fucking around, you a hoe. That's what I think. That's what a hoe is for me. And I got changed my mind. A hoe is for me.
You changed so okay. What
in
is
2017? A hoe is for me is cheating. And nobody and cheating with, like, a friend or a brother, or just cheating fucking period. You a hoe. I don't even care. You a hoe if you cheat on somebody and when you don't have to. You could break up with that person. It's simple. Break up with the person if you feel like you're not getting what you need. You a hoe, male or female. I don't give a fuck.
There you go.
Male or female. If you cheating, you a hoe. But if the person forgive you, that's cool. You still was a hoe.
And I mean, that also changes the dynamic of the relationship. Like, you have to understand, someone already cheated. I'm not saying that they're not going to cheat again. They may or may not, whatever. But that changes the dynamic of the relationship. At that point, you should be discussing, if you're going to forgive this person, you should be discussing an open relationship. Because more likely than not, if you... Let's be real. There's some people that stay in relationships where the person has cheated on like 40 fucking times. But at that point, you might as well be in an open relationship, and because they keep forgiving. If you're gonna keep forgiving too,
it doesn't even matter if they keep forgiving. The open relationship is cheating. It's not cheating if you're in an open relationship.
That's what I'm saying.
Obviously, they don't want to be in an open relationship.
Obviously, they need to stop praying and blaming the devil for their.
It's not the devil they blaming.
No, that was from a tweet I saw. So it was like, dating church girls are great. You cheat, then you tell them, you pray to God, and you wish the devil away.
But that's people who has that certain religion. Not everybody has that. Nobody ever cares about that. So therefore,
I'm not saying it was a meme I was talking.
I know.
About.
I saw that. I know it was a meme or a tweet or whatever. I seen it. Just, you're still a hoe. But if you keep forgiving him or her, that's on you. Doesn't mean they're less of a hoe because you forgive him for it. They just, a forgiving hoe. That's all. So
I think, yeah, I mean, I can understand the being disappointed with the people cheating and stuff, because you'll be surprised how many people are open to open relationships with polyamory if you actually sit down and discuss what you're looking for and what you want, instead of going around and doing you do. So I feel like, I don't know, because I'm not saying cheating is right, because people do get hurt, and it's a sore subject for some. But it's like, before you even consider that, maybe it's the thrill, like, oh, I might get caught by my girlfriend or whatever. I don't know. I'm just throwing out an example.
I don't care what the reason is.
No, I'm not saying there's any good reason. I'm just saying I don't know.
No, what I'm saying is, okay, it can be, oh, I might get caught, or I doing something I don't supposed to do. I don't give a fuck what your reason is. What your explanation
has
is.
someone hurt you recently? Because you sound really aggressive. Not even for the Maury part. You sounded a little...
No, I've never been cheated on to my knowledge. So.
There you go.
So, no, not really. But it's like, if you in a relationship that you even thinking about, like, oh, that person look cute.
You're allowed to think people are attractive.
No, I'm talking about not cute. Like, I wonder if he come over here and, like, start talking to me if I say yeah. If he be like, oh, come back to the house with me. If I would really think about going back to the house with him, you got an issue at home, bro. You got an issue at home. If you got to think about, like, if that boy I think is cute, come over here and be like, you want to leave? And you got to think about it, like, should I leave with him? Is this an option? You got to go home and talk to your partner. You got to talk to your partner. Because obviously you're not getting something if y'all not in that type of relationship. Mm-hmm. It's open, or y'all can do it. Or
here's the thing.
P word. If it's not that,
there have been researchers that have proven that humans aren't meant to be monogamous. People aren't supposed to be monogamous. And the only reason that we are, quote unquote, a lot of people are quote unquote monogamous is because one, it was to suppress women and keep them in line, and two, I can't remember the second one. I think it was something about farming, some shit like that. But it's one of those things. Is like, fine, if you know you're not gonna be the type of person to be like, I'm only gonna stick my dick in this one person, instead of hurting somebody else, instead of being that dickhead. And because let's be real, that, like, yeah, if you don't believe in monogamy, fine and dandy.
Just let a bitch know.
Yeah, just tell me upfront. Don't play any games. Just say, this is what I'm about, and give them a chance to, vacate.
Answer, or like, give them a choice. Don't, like, just spring some shit on them, and then when you get caught doing some dirty shit,
be surprised, like, oh, baby, but I
don't care. You didn't tell me this. This wasn't my decision to participate in this. Say the word. Shit. What is the word? Polyamorous relationship. That was my choice. My choice wasn't that. My choice was to be with you and only you. Not if we gonna do this. I would like to have some participation. It's not gonna. And first of all, a lot of dudes, when they think about the P word,
the P word,
they think, no, you know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. Polyamorous.
Polyamory.
They think about just them going on and fucking.
Right.
They don't really think about my girl can do it too. Like, no, it's everybody participating in this bitch.
Exactly. And a lot of males just assume, like, oh, she said we can be in an open relationship. Like, nigga, excuse me, like, homie.
Go get some dick too.
Exactly, homie. You do understand what's fair for one is fair for all.
Like, yeah, this ain't no one-way street.
You going to your girlfriend's house? I'm going to my boyfriend's house or girlfriend. Whoever I
decide. My mistress.
Exactly. So we can have a good night together with other people. Cool.
Right,
but there's a lot of guys that get, oh, she fucking blah, blah, blah. But, dude, you're also fucking somebody. And you guys made this agreement. So why are you being a childish bitch about it?
Because he want to get
ego.
Some pussy. And he don't want nobody else getting, he don't want her to get no
His
dick.
His ego getting bruised.
Right,
shit.
nigga, yeah, he fuck better than you. He got more money than you.
He fuck better than you.
Yes, nigga, yes. I might leave your ass for the nigga if you keep.
I don't know. I've been in the polyamorous lifestyle for how am I? 25 for 8 years, 8 to 10 years, and
you tried it out for 8 to 10 years?
I'm in the life. I've been
in the life. Okay.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's just lifestyle shows.
No, I'm talking about. are you able, you and your current partner, her husband,
my husband,
are you two able, is he able to go out and find other girls and you able to go out and find other dudes?
Yeah, we talk about it, and
have you guys did that? Either one of you guys actually went out and found somebody else?
No, we chit-chatted with other people. We're
together or separate?
Separate, and there was a couple people that I would have liked to have been a together thing, but that turned sour with those people, and it's whatever. Okay. It is. I'm very open with him about it, and he is as well. So it's not like that we're, oh, she's fucking texting jibba job again and getting sour. Like, we talk about our feelings. Like, there's jealousy when it comes to this type of thing, but we deal with it like fucking adults because we're fucking adults. And honestly, even though there has been studies and research that says that humans are meant to be polyamorous, I don't believe it's a lifestyle for everyone, because some people, our emotions are a little bit more tied to one person and they can't break away, so every time that person goes and does something, it's always like I act against them or something. What you say?
Right.
So I don't know. I think in order for that type of lifestyle to work, you gotta communicate. You gotta, like, if I go on a date, I'll tell them ahead of time, like, I'm going on a date, and text them. I probably text them during the day because I ain't shit. Because if they ain't into me, I kind of get that vibe, and then I'm like, well, I'm going. I only had one date so far, and they stood me up. So
okay.
But he tells me when he's messaging.
Was he into it before this relationship, or
yeah, yeah.
So it wasn't like something new to either one of you guys.
No.
So
you remember that FetLife thing I said? Right. You look on someone's page and.
So it's not like it's like new to either one of you guys. So you guys have participated in this polyamory for
a polyamorous relationship.
Polyamorous relationship before
prior to
you.
It wasn't like one of us like, so you know what?
I want to.
If you're gonna do this with me, this is what it is. No, we already knew, and it is what it is.
Okay.
Cool.
So with that,
yes.
What would you consider cheating if he didn't tell you about somebody?
What I would consider cheating is if he didn't use protection, per se, because that's in our contract that we will use safe sex, and that's the only time I would consider it cheating.
So you wouldn't consider it cheating if you didn't know about the other person,
we already have an understanding that we're probably gonna share all of this with each other,
right? But what if he did? What if he didn't? What if it was like a secret, kind of? Like he didn't tell you about it, and then all of a sudden you like catch him or find him, talk to somebody like, who's this? Oh, this is so and so. Why you didn't tell me about it?
I wouldn't care, because it's like I don't. If I start talking to someone, I give it some time before I even mention it, just in case. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm talking to so and so, and then I don't mention anything because it didn't work out. So it's like.
No, I'm talking about like it's been like, let's say 6 months. Like, they was talking for 6 months. He didn't bring her up. He didn't mention it at all. Yeah, they probably went on a couple dates. He didn't tell you about it.
That's his own prerogative.
But isn't that like not communicating with you? Like, wouldn't it be more be better if he communicated, like, I'm seeing this person and you be aware of it?
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm not.
And,
I don't need to know.
Sneaky, I feel like
it's only cheating if he feels like he has to hide it or be sneaky about it, then maybe he feels like he's doing something wrong. And at that point, if you feel like you need to hide or not say something about it, then sure, I would maybe consider cheating. But at the same time, I understand that this is hypothetical, so it's hard for me to really be like, oh, I would be so. I don't even think I would be. I'd be a little annoyed, but at the same time, it's like you're grown up and I'm a grown up, so you can't be. The only time I would be really upset is if I'm not mad about it and this is what you did and whatever, if I do the same thing, please do not get mad at me, or, you're being a hypocrite. Just don't be hypocritical. That's what.
I get that part, but but I feel like if it's like a secret, like if y'all rules or whatever, if you want to call it rules, is okay, you communicate, you tell me about a person when you know it's for sure something.
Well, we don't have a rule about that. We just...
What, do you guys have rules?
Well, in the contract, we have rules about something else, but it's not even really rules, it's guidelines more or less. The only main rule is that we will use safer sex practices with other partners so that there is no of that, oopsie, I gave you a doopsie, you know?
Right.
So that's the main thing, and we also have, we will communicate if we feel some type of way about a friendship or, another partner.
Okay.
You know, if another partner has their partner,
Say that again.
I know. If, for example, if I had another partner besides him, and for whatever reason this guy is rubbing him the wrong way, whatever, he is supposed to come to me, and instead of letting it like him fume on it, he talked to me and we go from there.
Okay, I was listening to this podcast.
You listen to a lot of podcasts.
Yes.
You listen to our podcast? No.
Yes.
No, that was a no.
I listened to a podcast and I was listening to this one. They was talking to a polyamorous married couple, and they waited into
married couple.
You know what I mean, people. And you know they waited until after they was married to know they had like a strong foundation and nothing like come between them if they join the lifestyle or whatever. Mm-hmm. So they started it, and their thing was to always be honest, like to tell the people that they're going on a date with that they are married, and that, you know, the wife is like, be honest with the other person, so they don't think like just like woo, like be shocked like if they find out they're married or something. And also like communicate like oh, I'm staying night over so and so house, and they're like, okay, cool. Or if
yeah, I mean, we didn't have to write that down on the contract or talk about it because we communicate I think we communicate really well.
But that was my question. If he didn't communicate any of these things to you that you find important with another person, what would you consider that cheating? Because since he didn't communicate that with you. Since it's like,
it's hard to
it's not
say that because he tells me everything, so I don't know.
It's like it's like not a written rule, but it's
okay,
like kind of a rule.
For example, because it's really hard to say that with him because he tells me everything.
Yeah, that's why.
So I'm gonna go to another partner that didn't. Let me.
Yeah, I think it would be a bigger deal if he all of a sudden didn't tell you about this person.
I had a partner who they wanted to. My last ex, so they wanted to quote unquote rebuild the relationship because they felt like we were drifting apart, this and that. So they were like, okay, I'm gonna focus more on you, blah blah. This is after they spent every single second that I was with them on their phone talking to whoever, whatever, and they like, okay, focus, whatever, and they're still talking to whoever. Before they said I'm gonna focus on you, they were talking to this person, and then they still kept talking to this person unbeknownst to me.
Right.
And then towards the end, it's like, well, I'm sorry, blah, blah, because they wanted to hang out with this person and do whatever with this person was. Like, I feel like that the only time you can really make this not comfortable or quote-unquote cheating is if you are making it into a bigger deal. Like, even if you're just going to, like, you didn't mention this person at all until you're about to go on a date with them.
Not even that. It's like, no, you went on a couple of dates. Y'all slept together.
Yeah, so?
But he didn't tell you.
It was her.
But
why are you assuming gender? They.
Her. I don't want to say that. That seems so weird to say they.
But people go by they.
Okay, here we go. So you in this relationship, you got these unwritten rules, but rules like communicate when something is happening. So they didn't communicate. They went on a date with a person. You didn't know they was talking to another person. They went on a couple of dates. They slept with them, but they didn't tell you, and you happened to come upon it. Like, what is this?
I would feel some type of way, I guess, but not really. Because once again, as long as there is protection and I'm not picking up anything, it is what it is. Once again, if I do the same thing, please do not come at me any type of way.
But you can't. But I think it will be considered like at least being sneaky for no reason. Because it's like, why are you sneaking when I'm okay with this?
I don't
like,
know.
in my head, it'll be like you're lying and doing sneaky stuff for no reason. Like, it'll be, like, I say if you, like, you're not in a type of relationship and you cheating, and you sneaking off and you have to do this because your partner wouldn't approve. But if your partner approves of it, and she's cool with it, or they're cool with it, and you still doing it, it's like, why? Like, there's no reason.
I can't really answer that question because I am currently in a relationship where we communicate about everything. So
yeah, I get that. It's like, if y'all communicate so well, and then all of a sudden, this one person,
I don't know, like I said, I'll feel some type of way about it, but at the same time, he or she is grown as fuck. What if we are already in a relationship where we understand that there will be times that we will either have sex or a relationship with somebody else at the same time as we're in this relationship? I don't see a big deal about it. It is what it is. I would like my partner to tell me, like, oh, I'm going on a date, or yes, I am about to fuck this person. Not about to fuck this person. I'm planning to have sex with this person. I don't want to know, like, oh yeah, I'm about to slip right now. I don't want to know all that. Like, dude, all right, cool. But next time you text me this, I'm kicking your ass. Like, I don't need to know, like, exactly to the minute. Like, if you are interested in someone, please tell me. I don't care. Why should I care if you're interested in someone when I will tell you? I have told them I was going on a date, blah blah. I have told him I've been talking to so and so.
Yeah, but that's communication.
Yeah, so it's like, for me, it's hard to really separate, like, what if to, well, I haven't, the only time I had this, I can't even really say it was sneaky. It was just one of those, you could have just said it instead of trying to, because you made me back off on people that I'm talking to, because you came to me and said you would like us to focus on each other for a little bit. So I pulled away from a couple of people that could have been something since that was the longer relationship, and since I really did think something was going to come from it, I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll pay you more attention, but you don't give me the same amount of attention. So that that's where I get a little bit irked. But besides that, I don't know.
Did that affect the relationship?
She got my dicks, yeah.
Not about, did that one situation, or was just a whole bunch of
it's a whole bunch of shit, but that was pretty much towards the end where shit was just
like, it was the last straw.
Yeah, she dumped me because she wanted to be an adult about things, but at the same time, it's like me telling my feelings about it was her last straw, whatever. I don't know, because what polyamory is really about is communication. Some couples don't want to know when their partner is dating someone about to fuck somebody else or whatever, but they understand that it's a possibility, and it might, never know.
I think if I was in that relationship, I won't want to know. Not like they're, like, at least seeing somebody. Or had sex with somebody else, because I don't want it to be a surprise. Like, I at least need to know, okay, I had sex with this person. I don't need you to go into details.
Right. No.
But I had sex with, I don't need the names. I had sex with a person or whatever. But not I
totally understand what you're saying.
Because it's like, I don't want to be surprised if the person you had sex with knows me and I have no idea who the fuck she is, or he is, or whoever is.
See, I got a problem. When I start talking to new people, recently I've been like, hey, I have a partner, blah blah blah. I have days where whenever I can see him, I will see him. I don't give a shit what you say because I don't get to see him as much as I would like to, so I'm going to see him. And if you can't handle that, or that's a problem.
See, that is an upfront thing.
That
I like an upfront person. Like, if you're upfront with somebody about what you want, what you don't want, then the person has a choice either to be with you or not be with you.
And that's where we go back to what is a hoe. I don't know, if you want to say what a hoe is this or a hoe is that, I guess you could say a hoe is someone who doesn't give another person an opportunity to decide if they want
to be with them or not.
Be with someone who's very sexually active or not, Because some people, like I said before, not everyone is meant to be polyamorous.
Yeah.
Because some people have dreams of, I just want to be with this one person for the rest of my life, raise a family, blah, blah. Some people are just emotionally not able to do polyam, because there's days that you'll feel some type of way about everything because you either feel like you're not getting enough attention, or you're just a little jealous of the other person because, well, what does blah 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 have that I don't have, and this and that, and you will feel some type of way. But being an adult, so I don't, you can even say teenagers, you have to be a little more sure for this type of relationship style, because you have to talk a lot and you have to express your feelings, because what is bottling up your feelings going to do? Make you bitter as fuck towards your partner and make things a lot uncomfortable when you're with that person. Exactly. So the part in our contract where we talk about we will communicate the fact if we are having we're having negative feelings about
something,
a partner or friendship, friend or whatever that we made, quote unquote made, whatever, we will bring it up and it will be discussed like adults instead of sitting there brooding and having your feelings hurt about something that doesn't need to be that way, you know?
So to wrap this up, in 2017,
we're going back to the whole part,
because I think you can't be a hoe
if you're in a
if
it's all parties know,
right? All parties know. Like, you're not a hoe if everybody knows what the deal is. I don't think that. So what do you think is a hoe? After this conversation,
I guess someone who is leaving a lot of people in the dark and pretty much lying to their faces about, it's only you, babe, this and that, you know? Like, at least like I said, if you're gonna dick around or puss around, whatever, let the motherfucker know. Shit.
It is 2017.
You'll be way more surprised.
People don't think a lot of people will be okay with that, but a lot of women will be okay with their dudes fucking around if you just ask.
You gotta be more upfront and let people know. You can't be like, oh yeah, I got with Jessica Monet and she's cool and whatnot. She cooks for me, blah, 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 and I'm fucking her homegirl Tanya. Like, that's kind of, you know, and because I have seen instances where the friends didn't even know they're fucking the same dude until like months upon months later, and they're like, damn, are you fucking serious? You know? So they
ain't really friends, because they would have been talked about the dude they was fucking. Let's be honest. They wasn't that close.
Hey, you never know. I don't understand friendship.
I do, because every time, like, dude, you know I met this dude, his name is blah, blah, blah. And they're like, blah, blah, blah.
You're talking about that Brandy song, that Brandy and
Monica song.
Yeah, there we go.
Like, if y'all was like, real friends, y'all been talking about, like, yeah, I met this dude named Nick. He cute. Nick, what he do for a living, girl? You know, what he about? He do this. Nick Hoffman?
He gave him a whole name.
Right, Nick Hoffman? Yeah. How you know him? I'm fucking him too, girl. Bitch, no. Obviously, then y'all know, because y'all ain't really friends if y'all communicate who y'all fucking. Like, y'all ain't really friends for real.
Well, some people find out that way. Like, they don't want to jinx it because they're like, man, this guy treats me good. I'm gonna wait, make sure.
Treat you in, girl.
But the main thing about at least I'm saying, I guess that's the only way someone can be a hoe, if you're just lying about it and intentionally hurting someone, you know?
Yeah, I think that's a hoe too.
But like, I don't think it doesn't matter how many people you fuck. You know, I don't think that is relevant anymore. If you're gonna go and do you, just be honest with the people you're.
I think hoe. Because remember in the beginning of this conversation, I was like, I want it to be a hoe, but I changed it to dibbling and dabbling.
I don't think you're really.
I can't just fuck around with people. I'm too emotional for that shit.
I don't think you. Oh yeah, I understand. I don't think what you were doing hoe.
It wasn't a hoe.
I was just teasing.
No, I know it wasn't hoeing, but I call it dibbling and dabbling now. That's the new. Everybody use that.
You're welcome. I taught you that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
You're
Well,
welcome.
I'm dibbling and dabbling these days.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely not. I'm single as fuck. I can dibble and dabble all I want. I'm grown as hell.
And even if you weren't single, as long as there's that open communication and everybody knows what's going on.
Right now, we're not talking about open communication because I'm not in communication with nobody. But I'm dibbling and dabbling, and I'm grown as fuck, and I can fuck who I want to. But I won't.
You sound so sad.
But if I had it in me, like, man, I'd be fucking out here in these streets so hard. But I don't got that in me, y'all. But thank you for listening to the Sexit podcast. I really appreciate you guys. Obviously, Hohen got my tongue tied.
She's thinking about Hohen. She's about to go out there and do it. Dibble and dabble a little bit. Get it on.
That's a new word for Hohen. I'm just kidding. But see y'all later.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye.